My name is Nate Boley, and 20 years ago, strength training changed the course of my life. I built a gym here in Bend, Oregon from scratch that's helped over 1,500 people change their lives as well through strength training. If you want to change your life, head over to BendStrengthWarehouse.com, hit the Start My Journey button, and let's chat. All right, guys, we'll see you there. Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast, and I've got a great episode teed up for you today, why strength training matters for the outdoors. Now, as you guys know, we are one of the known gyms here in Central Oregon, or I should say the known gym here in Central Oregon for powerlifting, and we definitely do that the best here in Central Oregon, and I think it's undeniably known that in Central Oregon, we are the powerlifting mecca gym here to come to. But we also cater to the people of just outdoor enthusiasts, right? Because those people benefit from the power lifts and strength training that we do as well. It's something that we didn't really initially think about, but my wife and I, when we met in the gym a long time ago, I can't even remember how many years ago it is now, we were both fairly young, 28, she was 25, I think, but outdoor enthusiasts. We were hiking, biking, climbing, all the type of stuff you do out in the Pacific Northwest. Not necessarily snow sports people, but we've done it before, and it tied in a way that we weren't really focused on, right? We were focused on the squat, bench, deadlift, maybe the aesthetics of weightlifting, and we didn't really realize how it tied into all the stuff that we love to do: hiking mountains, hiking trails, swimming, kayaking, rafting, biking, all the stuff out there. It didn't really come to our mind, to our, whatever the word is, like attention, I should say, until we started getting a lot of people giving us bright spots, spotlights, whatever you want to call it, during our goal reviews, that they were hiking better. They felt more confident hiking, and they also feeling more confident skiing and just doing regular activities out in the Pacific Northwest. And then people started coming in, and during our initial consultations, I'd be like, hey, so-and-so, what do you want to get out of this? What do you want from coming to our gym? And they said, I love the outdoors. I want to feel more confident that I can do things outdoors. I think a lot of the reason why people live in the Pacific Northwest is to do that. So we kind of stumbled upon it, but the way that we program, the way that our gym works, the way that we do things caters to that much better than any other program that we have found out there over the last 25 years of strength training and training people as well. We really found that the way that we specifically do it really highlights what those people are looking for. They don't need extra cardio. They don't need this. They don't need that. They need the specific progressive overload in the way that we program it. It's working so well. Not only can you do amazing in powerlifting and have world records and national records and state records and do amazing at your local meets, you can also feel extremely good and extremely confident in what you're doing in the Pacific Northwest and the outdoors. And not only that, just anywhere you go. We've had a couple of really high-level mountain bikers and some really high-level gravel racers and some road bike racers that have come through our gym that are still currently there as well. And they keep on telling us every quarter when we go through a goal review with them that their power numbers are up, that their confidence is up, that their endurance is up, and they're winning. They're making the podium on every race. We've had lots of hikers come in and being like, hey, including myself, like strength training, I hiked the third highest peak here in Oregon last August, and I was so confident in doing it. Sure, it was hard, but I had a 35-pound backpack on me, which made me almost 270 pounds. And I was the second up in our 9-person group, and it was great. I felt great. I had a good time. I'd do it again, and I know all the people that were with us as well, that when they strength trained, they were doing well as well. And lots of our members are like, we love to hike, and they feel so much more confident. We have multiple skiers in our gym. One person specifically said they're about 50. They said they haven't skied that well and felt that good since they were 25 years old. How cool is that? One of our skiers, Todd, who edits this podcast as well, he every year is making PRs on his vertical feet, how many runs he's doing, and just how well he feels. He tells me it all the time. I just love it. Again, the stuff that we do in our gym really, really caters to not only building your strength and your 1 rep maxes, your 3 rep maxes, your 5 rep maxes, but what you can do on the outside. And I feel like potentially the reason is for that is because we aren't necessarily overtaxing and overstimulating your muscle fibers, your tendons and your joints, but we're activating your central nervous system. And what that does is it gives the brain the ability to fire the muscles really, really hard over and over and over again, giving you the advantage over somebody that doesn't work that, but maybe has bigger muscles. And again, one of the things that you really want to do, what you don't want to do, I should say, as an endurance athlete, so a marathon runner, which we have multiple of those as well, and they have said the game's changed with strength training. I don't know anybody that's come in from any sport and said that strength training has not upped their game. But the difference between like hypertrophy, which is muscle gaining, which you're gaining mass of muscle on your body, and strength training, you're going to get a little bit of hypertrophy, but you're mostly working on that strength gain. The stronger the muscle, the more it can last, the denser it is, the better you can recover, all that type of stuff. The better you can use insulin and glucose and all that type of great stuff. But what we're doing is, what you don't want to do, I should say, as an endurance athlete, is put on a lot of size and not have the strength, because what that does is it weighs you down during the uphills and it weighs you down during your whatever sport you're doing. So if you're running and you added 20 extra pounds to your body, that's not going to feel great on your joints. It's not going to feel great on your ligaments. It's not going to feel great on your cardio or anything like that. So the way that we train people, they do get some muscle mass, but they usually lose body fat, which most endurance athletes, in my opinion, have some to lose because they're not working on that zone 2 cardio. They're not working on the metabolic rate of the body, and they don't have significant muscle mass that's going to help them burn body fat. So a lot of times what happens is they gain a few extra pounds of weight, of muscle mass, they lose a few extra pounds of body fat, but they gain the strength to, when they're jogging, riding a bike, snowboarding, skiing, hiking, whatever they're doing, they see that hard, treacherous uphill gain, and they're going to smoke it, and they're going to see the competition go behind them. That is what we have found over and over and over again in our gym, and it's just, I think the data is out there. Actually, I know the data is out there. I've been reading it myself. I've been reading it for a lot of years. But I think people are finally starting to get it, that you absolutely, no matter what you're doing, you need to be lifting weights. You need to be strength training. And I'm not talking about lifting the same 15, 20, 30-pound dumbbells for multiple reps every single week over and over and over again. I'm talking about progressive overload. So each week you're doing a little bit more weight, and you're making the body stronger. You're adapting the body to do more weight each week. Now, that's not always going to be the case, right? So sometimes you're going to get to a point where you plateau or you can't gain anymore, and you have to figure out ways to get around that. Also, our coaches are very well versed in making sure that you guys get past your plateaus. We've done it hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. But yeah, I just think that like the word is out there. People are finally starting to realize that, you know, again, I want to talk about a few things. I'm not downing on any of these things. I'm just saying they cannot be your only source of exercise if you want to progress and become better over time. And Pilates, yoga, spinning, HIIT, CrossFit, all these types of like high endurance, high intensity type things, there's been multiple studies that say these are not the ideal way to work out for a long period of time. They're great to do once in a while, maybe one class a week. They're great as a supplemental thing. And again, I want to tell you this real quick. If Pilates or CrossFit or HIIT or whatever you're doing is the only thing you're doing, and that's the only thing you're going to continue to do because it gets you to where you want to be, I'm not going to down that, because I'd much rather you do that than sit on the couch and eat Cheetos and watch garbage TV, right? But what I'm saying is, if you want to up your game and you want to be better and you want to get to the place of the results that you want faster, then progressive overload and actual strength training, where you're going to be using more weights for more reps over a period of time, is going to be your bread and butter. It is going to make you leaner. It is going to make you meaner. It is going to make you more resilient. It's going to make you recover faster, and it's going to make you 10 times better at any sport that you're ever going to do. I don't care if it's football, soccer, volleyball, whatever it is. Strength training and weight training is the fountain of youth. It is the holy grail of everything you're going to do in your life. And that is why I will never stop strength training. And I will shout at the tops of the mountains forever, or into my microphone, whoever wants to hear it, forever and ever and ever and ever. My RX for you, my recommendation forever, is start picking up weights and never ever stop. Of course, do what you love. If you love Pilates and you love yoga and you love spinning or whatever it is, do that as well. But just add in true strength training. And I don't know of any other gym here in Bend that does it like us. I know almost every single one of them, and they have their own thing, and it's great. I'm not downing it again. Please don't make that discernment. I'm just saying what we've done. We've unlocked this thing, and it's truly special. And you don't have to go very far to see all the results. We post them all the time. We've got lots of Google reviews telling us this, and every single day I've got people telling me, hey, I'm so glad you talked me into doing this, because I was on the fence and I wasn't sure it was going to be the right thing for me, and it 100% is. So again, guys, I just want to encourage you guys to just think about your training regimen. Think about where your priorities lie. And if it lies in swimming, Pilates, yoga, just running trails, that's fine. You're going to find eventually that you're really going to want strength training, and it's never too late to strength train. You can always do it. We've got 82-year-olds in our gym. We've got 70-year-olds in our gym. We got 50-year-olds in our gym. We got 20-year-olds in our gym. We got kids as well. Everybody can benefit from strength training, and I just encourage you guys to do one thing. Just take some action today. If you're not doing anything, take some action. If you are doing something, take some action, and just give strength training a second thought. All right, guys. Well, again, thanks a lot for joining me on this podcast today. I appreciate you guys, and we will talk to you on the other side. Thanks for joining us on the Go Heavy or Go Home podcast today. We hope you got a lot of value and had a ton of fun. If you guys want to learn a little bit more about what we do, or just have a ton of resources at your fingertips, head over to benstrengthwarehouse.com and hit the Start My Journey button. All right, guys, until next time, go heavy or go home.